Welcome to What the We Are to Intellectual Stimulation, what Anthony Weiner is to texting. For a preview of tonight's show, we join Bobby Chastain in the KMVT newsroom. Bobby, what do we have in store for tonight's show?
Oh, I didn't know those were my duties, Jim, but I'm looking now. It's all very blush-worthy. You got something about Shailene Woodley teaching masturbation. You got a Vietnamese couple having sex. You got women like men's bodies, and you got issue number 4. So I'll leave that one to be a surprise, but good luck, everybody.
Thank you, Bobby. We'll join you at the end of the show. Hey, can you have an IQ of 375? You can if you put the minds of our panel together. Let's meet them. In the bar chair, it's Barstool philosopher Holly Hall. If being adorable was a crime, she'd be sentenced to 5 life terms of hard labor and be known for putting the lay in labor. In the middle chair, it's former nurse and suburban squirrel. It's Frankie J. She's so smart that candy confection Smarties are now called Frankies, but they're more sour. In between them, he's the host of KMVT's only live show, John Wants Answers. It's John Vink. If asking penetrating questions was a bowel movement, dogs would do them on the sidewalk, in the park, and on my front lawn. Damn dogs. Finally, sitting next to me, she's cuter than a baby harp seal being clubbed by an Eskimo baby. It's intimacy coach Raven Avery. Issue number 1. Should the syllabus teach self-stimulus? Should they replace English Lit with how to rub the... I'm not going there. Shailene Woodley, an actress who starred in the Divergent film series, is no stranger to political activism. She actively campaigned for Bernie Sanders before he conceded to Clinton in the primaries, and now she's turned her attention to a more specific hot-button political issue. According to the actress, there's a life skill teenage girls are not being taught in school: how to masturbate. Quote, as a young woman, you don't learn how to pleasure yourself. You don't learn what an orgasm should be. You don't learn that you should have feelings of satisfaction, unquote. Speaking of feelings of satisfaction, yeah, I wish I could. Sometimes I wish I could do that.
Just a couple more inches.
Just a couple. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, that's what she said. All right. I'm going to start with you, Holly. Teaching girls to masturbate in school. Good idea or bad idea?
You know, I see that it has a point. I see the merit as a women's lib issue, but I fail to see, I don't agree with Shai or Shailene Woodley here, that it's going to cut down on teen pregnancy. I guess this is part of, as I was reading the article, she thought it was going to cut down on teen pregnancy and all the 14-year-olds contracting herpes. And I guess as a female, we all know that females are the gatekeepers of the sex world. And if it, follows the same in high school, and these teenage girls are learned how to pleasure themselves from an early age and are teaching the teenage boys the same, I fail to see how that's going to prevent the herpes and the teenage pregnancy. And doesn't that lead to just...
So your theory is that if you teach teenage girls to enjoy sex with themselves, they'll still have more sex.
More sex, that's right. They're going to be, fornicating like rabbits. I just don't see how this is going to help the teenage pregnancy issue. I see it going the other direction.
So as opposed to if they didn't pleasure themselves, they'd seek help.
Well, based on the theory that, females are the gatekeepers and most teenage sex is probably, held to a certain threshold or stopped by the general incompetence and lack of experience of teenage male partners.
Oh, okay. It's all our fault?
Most likely.
Okay. All right.
At 14 or 16.
Okay. Because teenage girls at 14 know how to do it.
I'm saying if Shailene Woodley, has her way and they learn how to pleasure themselves and go ahead and teach the boys whose hormones are out of control, then how is this stopping the problem?
Oh, okay. All right. But anyway, so I'll go to a nurse here, or former nurse. What's your professional opinion about teaching teenage girls how to masturbate? Will this help or hurt?
For one thing, I don't think you need to teach them how to masturbate. And it's just like the guys. It comes fairly natural with exploring your bodies and all the orifices that are available to you.
Whatever works for you?
And then once you learn that you can do it yourself,
right?
Why not have some guy do it for you?
Well, I just figure because what's in it for him? Right, John?
Oh, honey, if you don't know, don't even go there, dear. Poor baby.
Guys would love to help out.
All right, John, what's your take on this then?
I think this is terribly sexist.
Okay.
So she's like campaigning for teenage girls learning how to masturbate.
Right.
Teenage boys need to learn how to masturbate too.
Really?
I don't want to.
They're doing it.
Really?
No, I don't want to reveal too much, but it was past high school that I learned how to successfully do this.
Successfully? What is
Successfully.
unsuccessful?
What is unsuccessful
Pleasuring
for
of
you?
yourself. Good Lord.
Were you grabbing the wrong thing, John? I'm
just saying,
Maybe they descended late. I don't know.
I didn't figure out how to get to the end goal until after high school. And
Wait, you didn't know how to get to the end goal until after you
after high school,
became an adult.
yeah. And now, I think boys need as much education in this as girls, but I think teaching it in high school is a terrible idea.
It's too late.
I think adults need it, this
Well, John,
education.
you seem
In
to
later
fail.
life.
You seem to fail the homeschooling aspect.
There was no homeschooling in this. That would be creepy. Oh my, what's wrong with you?
I think you take homeschooling too literal.
I still want to know what unsuccessful male
Yeah,
masturbation looks like.
Right?
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
know of any guys that have been unsuccessfully?
No,
Just
I
a
do
little,
not.
just a little change, right,
Self-masturbation.
John? So you left yourself out there. Raven, as an intimacy coach,
Yes.
If this was offered in school, would you apply to be a teacher?
Absolutely. I think this is an absolutely necessary tool that needs to go down and expanding, the banana condom sex education that's in schools now.
Okay.
Where's the clitoris in all this?
Wait a minute. You don't know where the clitoris is?
Not until much later in life.
Okay.
And I'm just saying my life would probably be a little different had I, discovered my clitoris a little
So
bit
you
earlier.
disagree with Holly over
Totally.
there, right?
I think teenage girls having pleasure earlier in life means that they'll be having more sex, but with themselves and possibly even other girls.
Oh no, I don't think Holly
A new element enters the mix.
I'm not sure Holly disputes that, but here's a question. Let's say, I think Holly's like, you went to college, right? You had good grades in
Yes,
high
sir.
school, right? Do you think if they added this to the curriculum, it would have damaged or helped your GPA?
Well, we won't discuss my own personal experience, but I guess without the supplemental education, I seemed to do okay in that pleasuring area. I didn't seem to have the late bloomer. Yes,
Pleasuring?
Pass,
I was
fail, or grade on a curve?
successful.
Pass, fail, as opposed to grade on a curve?
Yes.
Because you don't want John graded on a curve. He'll just be at the bottom.
Well, maybe that was the reason it's on the curve.
Oh, that's right. John's at the bottom of the curve. Oh.
Every teenager needs a vibrator.
There you go. All right.
There we go.
Issue number 2. Though he chose plastic, should he have gone with something more elastic? A young Vietnamese couple having sex for the first time were left with serious injuries after using a plastic bag as a condom. Too shy to buy a real condom, the boy attached a plastic bag to himself, only for the pair to both end up in the hospital in the city of Hanoi having sustained bad scratches. Unlike John, I think he knew where to attach the condom to. The couple were both college undergraduates. Quote, as the plastic bag was rough and lacked elasticity and lubrication, the young couple ended up scratching their genitals to the point of bleeding, according to the local paper. For further comment, we turn to our intimate health correspondent, Poncho Jones. Poncho, your thoughts?
Poncho?
Bubba, are you stuck?
What happened?
Are you stuck? What were you doing? What were you doing?
Well, the pump was waiting.
I can't believe he crawled in my sweater.
I heard him whining.
So comfortable.
All right, let's get you out of there, Bubba. Come here.
Yeah, I don't think cloth is the appropriate alternative to plastic unless you're shopping. But anyways, hey, John, I was about to say as our expert, but you kind of blew that.
No.
Plastic or using plastic bag for protection. Sad, funny, or a little bit of both.
Well, I can relate to this story.
I
Let
can
me
see.
Let me tell you how.
Oh my God.
When I was a teenager, I would be terrified to go to a store and buy a condom.
Okay.
Like taking a box of condoms to the cashier, because I feel like, they're judging me. They think I'm a horrible, weird
Sex pervert?
person. Yeah, pervert.
Okay.
So I can totally see the idea.
As opposed to what they think of you now.
I get my stuff online now.
Okay, there you go.
Little brown
Amazon?
paper bag.
Bulk?
You buy them both.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, but I'm confused. Like, I can see they'd be like, well, I want to buy a condom, let's try a plastic bag. I can see them trying a plastic bag. I would think very early on in the experiment, they'd figure out this is not working, let's stop, before the bleeding happened, right?
How would they know that if it's their first time?
This doesn't feel good, I don't want to keep on doing this. Unless they thought maybe it gets better.
That's what she said.
Maybe that's what they think sex is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it would be all the hoopla about.
Maybe it was
terrible.
unsuccessful pleasuring.
Or maybe in order to
Unsuccessful.
have pleasure, you must have pain. Right, right, Raven?
Well, this gives a whole new meaning to paper or plastic, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking, why not?
The correct answer now is cloth reusable, right? So.
Why not
Like diapers.
incorporate condom distribution at the grocery store?
Well,
right?
actually, right now, at least in the United States, they have condom distribution in
No,
public
I mean
stores.
when you check out your groceries. So when as a woman, I'm checking. I've got my Cheetos, my vegan ice cream,
Your
and they
vegan
ask
ice
if I want
cream.
condoms with that.
Right.
You'd still be too shy to say yes.
Right.
Oh, and these
And plus,
people-
not everybody goes to the store to get condoms, right, John? Because he gets his online.
That's why you're pleasantly surprised when you get them.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay. But let's see here. Do you think this experience will ruin sex for them, or do you think every other experience after this will be awesome for them?
I think that it's just going to be interesting conversation and communication and an opportunity for intimacy now
Oh, okay.
in all of his relationships.
Okay, but
to
how
be
about
able to tell the
relationship with
story.
her?
Any relationships, even with the plastic bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got about a minute and a half left, so I'm going to start with Holly. What's your take on this? Do you think there's a better alternative to a plastic bag if they couldn't get condoms?
Vaguely reminiscent of American Pie, and it just brings back too many things. But I would at least suggest Saran wrap.
Saran wrap?
Saran wrap.
Saran wrap over
Coconut
plastic
oil.
bag.
With coconut oil.
With sufficient extra lubrication.
That's right.
Exactly.
Not the rhythm.
All organic, all natural.
Not the rhythm method, right? Like the Catholics,
No.
right?
But I agree. They really should have stopped before the abrasions. I mean, that was party foul.
You should have pulled out sooner.
Correct.
Okay. That is an alternative method, right? If you listen to your preachers. Right? Even though I'll go to our health expert, Frankie.
Uh-oh.
So Frankie, what would you have said if this couple had come to your hospital? I'll give you 30 seconds.
Well, for one thing, what were you thinking and why weren't you thinking?
And you say that in Vietnamese.
Absolutely.
Because you know Vietnamese.
And then I would address the problem of the pain right away
Right.
and the bleeding, and show them a video.
Show them a video.
How
All
it's
right.
supposed to be done?
Right. All right. I'm going to leave it at that because, I think we've run out of time. On to our first break. And we are back from our first break. Issue number 3. Do the ladies judge a lover just by the book cover? Women might claim a man's personality is more important than his looks, but there is every chance that, like men, they are often more interested in appearances than thoughtful remarks and witty one-liners. A study in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, which Raven subscribes to, found that women looking for short-term relationships recalled more about a man's appearance and had difficulty recalling what a man said, and the opposite was for those seeking was more lasting. Seeking something more lasting. God, I hate when I misread the teleprompter. Hey, when a woman is looking for a potential father for a future child, she will be listening for information about a man's personality, status, and wealth. However, when looking for a fling, the factors are of less importance. Speaking of women interested only in appearances.
Hello. Yeah, what do you think, Trenton?
Wow.
Yeah.
Scary.
Those cougars only want looks when they look through their cubs, right?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, all right. So women interested in looks only for the short-term relationships, personality for long-term relationships. Profound observation or observation of the obvious. Frankie,
Yes.
what do you think?
I don't know if my first husband's any indication of any of that.
Was he
Oh
good
my
looking?
God. No.
Okay. Was he a good personality?
He was 11 years older than I was. Let's just say there was a generation gap. But at any rate, if I was just looking for a fling,
Right.
it'd definitely be on looks
Okay.
and body shape.
Okay. So you agree with this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So and so when you wait a minute, so if your first husband was ugly and old, so you were looking for a long-term thing when you met him.
Apparently,
Okay. Or you were just drunk.
I was 22. What can I say?
Same as drunk.
Okay, drunk.
Exactly.
I just figure you're just
The
interested.
stupid pill had not worn off yet.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
thought at that age you'd be interested more in flings.
I didn't know any better.
Okay, you should have been interested in flings. What you're saying. Okay, Holly, what's your take on this? Now that you're in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. I think I missed the memo on this one, Jim. I wish I'd gotten the memo. And when I was looking for a life partner, I wish I had known I was meant to be looking for personality, status, and wealth.
Really?
I think I may have swayed towards the other end of the equation. So
you went for the good-looking guys, right?
Unfortunately, yeah. I was blinded by, I think I have that.
You're blinded by the good looks.
Maybe I got a little bit too much of the testosterone bug. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're buying this.
Yeah, but I don't buy the whole partner bit, that we're evaluating them based on the other set of criteria. Sadly, I think attraction,
you're still looking for
physical
looks?
attraction, it's the first hurdle before you even get to the other bits.
Okay. So looks gets you into the game.
Chemistry gets you in the game.
Chemistry
if you don't
gets
have the
you-
chemistry, if you don't forget it, it's over. You're not going to discover
It won't
the other
necessarily
bits.
seal the deal, but it'll get you at least at the bargaining table.
That's right.
Hey, speaking of bargaining tables, Raven, what's your take on this?
I don't know. I have to say that I think women are notorious for underdating. I think
underdating. What does that
I
mean?
think that we can rationalize a man to be good looking in so many ways.
Okay.
And just recently, I had the experience after connecting with somebody and having my friends tell me later,
He was an ugly dude?
He was
a bad dude?
Yeah, what were you thinking? And I realized I can rationalize really anybody into being very good looking.
Based on the
So-
personality?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So if the personality is good, you
take 2
see
minutes
them
to
as more
eye gaze
attractive?
with me, it's amazing how attractive
See, I do
you'll
the
be.
opposite. If he's attractive, I think he's far more interesting.
Oh, okay.
And I went it just because the guy was a blonde. Can you imagine 6 years just because the guy
Just
was
'cause
a
he's
blonde?
blonde?
Get
Okay.
over yourself.
John, I got a minute left, and the ladies have all piped in. What is this? Is this good news for you or bad news for you, or just no news at all?
I can't figure women out. Like, I went through a lot of life
That
just
was amongst
thinking,
many things you seem to
I
can't
was going to say,
figure
it sounds
out.
like you couldn't quite figure your own equipment out either.
Oh,
I just assumed
because
women
it's curved.
didn't want flings at all,
Oh, Lord.
or sex ever.
Really?
In the first half of my life, I tried to use my personality to,
Right.
attract the ladies. And that was
How'd that work out?
unsuccessful. And then now,
See no evil.
now I'm good looking. So now I'm getting the ladies.
So you grew into your odd features?
I grew into my face.
You grew
yes.
into your face.
In my 30s, I grew into my face.
So it's not the fact that you're loaded has anything to do with it?
I tried to tell them that at the first date.
Yeah, the car just doesn't give it away for you, right?
Yeah, I don't give them rides on the
Your
first
beater
date.
car doesn't give it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
You make them walk?
I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
Picks him up on the Vespa.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. Issue number 4. Is it a sign with a hand to show he's just a friend, man? Unrequited romantic feelings for someone you're friendly with can
Let's
be
see.
tough, and it seems an emoji
Like this.
could soon mark the situation for people who just can't take a hint. I think they mean me. A new hand sign representing the friend zone, where one of the two people in a friendship has romantic or sexual yearnings which is not returned, has been invented. In the graphic, one person's hand makes half a heart shape, but instead of completing the heart, the other is given a thumbs up. Raven, will you demonstrate this for me? There you go. Ah, there you go. All right. There have been calls to turn this into emoji, but it has opened up a debate as to whether the term is sexist. I'm kind of wondering why that is. For further comment, we turn to our friendship experts, Elmo and Cookie Monster. Guys, your thoughts?
That's terrible. I'm terribly offended. I can't believe I'm on this show.
All right.
What is that?
Yes.
I think they
little
crossed a
washing
line somewhere. Let's see here. Yep, the sign for a friend zone. Raven, a sign for
Yeah.
a friend zone, the next big thing or the next planking?
Cookie Monster has it right, because the advantage is when you're in the friend zone, especially for men, is that if you just literally just take ownership of your confidence
Right.
and just move in, you can quickly cross that space over past the friendship zone. Cookie Monster had it right.
Especially if you gaze into Raven's eyes, because the next thing you know, what happens.
If Cookie Monster gazes into my eyes and then
She's-
takes me, it's
she's
on.
hooked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're okay with getting 6 inches of cloth?
If there's cookies involved,
Beats
Okay.
there's
plastic.
vegan
Oh my
cookies
God.
involved.
Vegan cookies. Okay.
Vegan cookies.
She likes eating vegan cookies.
As long as it's biodegradable, reusable cloth.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, that's
Right.
good too.
Yeah.
100%.
So you're thinking this is a fad, but if men learn to embrace it, they can move beyond the friend
Oh,
zone?
totally. Actually, I was just involved in coaching men through this process of passing the friend zone.
Right.
And it's just move in for the flirtatiousness, the playfulness.
So not take the hint. Ignore the hint.
Yes, but do it in a very navigating way, a way that's really just going to make us melt.
John, I know you've never been to the friend zone, so what's your take on this?
Actually, I have been to the friend zone.
You get your mail there, right?
The friend zone is not a dead end or
Okay.
a dead zone. So I went on a few dates with a girl,
Right?
and then she said, basically, you're in the friend zone now.
Right? Did she give you the
No,
thing
this is like
before the emoji?
5 months ago, before this was invented.
Okay.
And so we were friends, and we did friend stuff together, and then I got out of the friend zone.
So did you win her over with your personality and status and wealth as opposed to your growing into your good looks thing?
It must be my personality,
There
because she
you
got to learn what a great guy I am.
Yeah.
With successful pleasure?
Yes.
There is no pleasure.
You didn't,
We were friend zone.
but no plastic bags in your immediate future, right?
No.
Okay.
Never. No.
Okay.
I learned a lesson from these people in Vietnam. That you shouldn't do that.
You shouldn't do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Good for you, John. All right, Holly. I'm going to go to you. Okay, as the other single person on the panel, what's your take on this?
I would love to have this emoji. I really, really hope that they put it on my phone with the iOS 10 download, the upgrade that just destroyed my iPhone. Seriously, if I had one of these on Facebook, it would have saved my life so many times.
So you're just going to be doing this to all the men in your life?
What is it? So you've got the Taylor
Papa
Swift, and then you've got the
Yeah, the thumb. That's
Heart
right.
and the thumbs.
As opposed to this. As opposed to
Right.
So you're
or
going to do
the-
that to all the men in your life, right? Okay.
Not all of them, but I think I like Raven. I've learned that I
Except for the really
operate.
good-looking ones when you're looking for a
I
friend.
know.
Okay.
I think I operate in reverse. I think they start out like this and then they end up like this.
Okay. As opposed to the other way around, like John.
Or
John-
double thumbs up.
Double thumbs
Once in a blue moon. But
Double.
most of the time, I'd say they start here and then they end
Well,
up
if
here.
you just let yourself go, it'll just end up like that. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So,
maybe.
But you don't want to do that yet, right?
I'm 2 thumbs up on the emoji though.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think it's a must.
2 thumbs up. All right, Frankie. As a married woman,
Yeah.
what's your take on this? You think it's a great thing for the young people or the bad thing for the younger people?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
I don't think it's one way or the other. I think more they start out being friends, and things segue as they because they don't they date now in big groups?
Don't
like
you feel
go
like
to the
you
prom
know
and
right
stuff?
away though?
Nah.
Am I the only one who gets instant chemistry?
No,
John,
I'm with you, Holly.
Okay.
John Vink
Yeah.
says no. Hey, we're out of time. Oh my God. On to our second break. We are back from our second break. Hey, for those of you out there who are watching, want to send comments or questions, our information is below. I believe our Twitter handle and our email address. We are now at the final segment of our show. This is the fact-checking segment. This is where we learn where we went wrong during the course of the show. And for that, we rejoin Bobby Chastain in the KMVT newsroom. Hey, Bobby, how did we do tonight?
The show was vexing as always, Jim. I was surprised how many misconceptions about masturbation adult people could have. Holly, you cannot get pregnant when you masturbate. You need to, if you're worried about disease, you need to wash your hands first. It's a fact that masturbators have much less sex. That's just tried and true. I would say Raven also recommended using saran wrap instead of plastic bags. I read
Well,
a
that's Holly.
Also
article
me.
that said that, oh, that was also Holly. I see. Cosmo says absolutely don't do that. That's bad news to do. Search for free condoms on Google. The best I could do was $7.62 for 10 of them. So I don't know about this free condom thing. I think if you have to go in person to get them, that defeats the whole purpose of the anonymity thing that John fears so much. And then I'm still reeling from John's revelation that he didn't masturbate until after high school.
No, didn't learn how to do it right. Didn't learn how to do it right.
Successfully.
To completion, apparently.
I see. Well,
I
what
guess
is,
he
is
failed
that
to
even
arrive.
masturbating? If I mean, you went pee, right? I mean, you still have to touch yourself there at some
I
point.
don't want to get into it at this time.
He's already traumatized.
Well, I figured that you brought it up on a TV show. You might want to talk about it.
Very true.
Actually, we might book him on Dr. Phil.
He used
And then,
chopsticks.
I love your videos, Jim. The scratching your ass with your head and a wiener in a sweater. These are like your wish fulfillment videos, I take it?
Possibly, yes.
Okay. And that's all I got. Everything else was pretty good. It was good to see Cookie Monster and Elmo, the blue and red, getting along. So that's like reminded me of Jim and myself.
Blues and red.
You mean getting beyond their hang-ups and coming together and
Cookie
reaching the
Monster's so
core?
hot right now.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, there you go. So how are things over at the station, Bobby? I got a couple. You left me with a couple minutes to fill time.
Oh, well, go ahead then.
So what's on your mind tonight,
I don't
dear?
know. I just usually I ask him after 4 minutes and he only gives me 2.
Oh.
You ladies know what that feels
How
like?
unfulfilling.
Yeah, I know. John,
Or something.
You never had a woman do that to you, right?
I go all night long.
You go all night long.
Yeah.
Now that you
yeah,
figured out
yeah.
how to do it right,
I've been doing a good job for a long time.
practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah.
Plastic or paper?
I'd be happy just
Not
watching Cookie Monster and Elmo go at it more.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Like
was
the new
deeply offended by
porn,
that.
don't you think?
Muppet porn?
Yeah.
Muppet porn.
This
Oh
is
my
hot.
God.
Cookie Monster
You
takes
want
it.
to be the puppet operator in that one, right?
Well,
Puppet
maybe a
master.
participant.
You want to be a participant. Bobby, can we swing that? I think we have a stuffed Elmo and Cookie Monster in the prop room, right? What do you say, Bobby?
Stop. So a couple just some production notes. I guess you could next time have the floor director clean up your audio cabling a little bit better. It looked pretty messy. And then Tom's pace was good, but sometimes the composition wasn't quite there. I noticed a couple of soft shots as well.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
Oh,
Now we're getting into the
He's also the
control.
station manager, so
Wow.
at least I'm not getting reprimanded
I'm not
for
sure what that
station
was.
errors. Hey,
Right.
all right, I'm gonna bail out early since my fact checker ran out of stuff because I guess we were so correct. Anyways, thank you for watching for the show. Later.
Wow, we're that boring.
No, you get it.
Thank you.